stand in your cockpit. To start with, we're just going to quickly touch on the important aspects inside your cockpit. Firstly, at number 1 you have your speed. This is your most important gauge. Secondly, at number 2 you have your altitude. Followed lastly, at number 3, by your targeting reticle. These 3 indicators are the most important. The rest I myself am yet to find a use for. Getting started. Many people approached me after watching my tutorial asking me how to get the first unlocks. My response has always been to be creative. Fucking Paul! You can do anything from bombing your $30 million Hornet into a tank to hovering a F-35 over a flag. But once you get that first unlock of flares for a measly 300 points, you're ready to rock. From then on, your focus is to practice with your main cannon against jets and helicopters, as these will be your easiest targets. Once you've earned rocket pods and air radar, you can take on anything from a Stinger to a mobile AA. How to start a match. When it comes to jets, a lot can be determined by who sees who first. Knowing this, when starting a match you should fly high and away from the hot zone, letting your teammates spot the opposing jets. Pick your entry points carefully, move forward and engage the enemy. However, be careful not to engage an enemy over their mobile AA. Landing. Landing is a pretty basic concept, as you can see here. The tricky aspect is landing while disabled, which we'll be discussing. There's 2 things you need to know when it comes to landing a disabled jet. The first being that your jet can take a good bump when you land. You can't be too soft when you're coming in, or you'll never get the nose down. Be too rough though, and you'll find yourself in a ball of flames. The second being the knowledge as to how your plane behaves. When you're disabled, your aircraft will consistently try to pull up and left. Knowing this, you need to simply control the plane and swing down quickly while braking. Pull your nose down hard to compensate for the constant pull of the plane. Once you hit the ground, your wheels should deploy and you will stick to the ground. Do it wrong though and your landing gear will come out and you gently glide off to the distance, as you can see soon. How to kill infantry. When going after infantry, the cannon is your main weapon. Rocket pods at a distance are also highly effective to finish off wounded enemies. When using the cannon against infantry, there's a couple ways to do it. The first way, shown in the first 4 clips, is to just move the crosshair over the Dorito and fire. Effective, but can be hard to do with how touchy the controls are for jets. The second way, shown in the last clip, is in my opinion the more effective of the 2. When you're flying, unless perfectly flat, your jet will drift in one way or another. With enough practice, you will learn which way your jet is drifting at the time. The idea is to place the crosshair near the infantry and let it glide over, using a quick burst to score the kill, even though I fucked that up. How to kill helicopters. To score kills on helicopters, the most efficient way to deal with them, both offensively and defensively, is to fly directly above them. From this position they can't lock onto you and you can fly directly down on their head, giving you a nice profile to shoot at. How to get kills out of tanks. The best way to actually secure kills from tanks and not just destroys is to full volley of rocket pods. One volley of pods and machine gun fire can credit you a kill, but the driver is more than likely going to get scared and run while you're firing your cannon. One volley of pods on the other hand doesn't cause too many people to jump ship and run, and the second will kill them so quickly with little chance of escape. On top of that, if they get out to repair after the first volley of pods, your second volley will kill the engineer and destroy the tank, getting you the same result. With this being said, you can only work with what you've got. At times, a combination of both cannon fire and rocket pods will be the better option. Only experience and playtime will give you answers here in the end. Other uses of ECM. On top of the more obvious uses of ECM, it actually has a couple of tricks up its sleeve as well. Firstly, while dogfighting, if you activate your ECM, you will disappear from the enemy's air radar, possibly confusing him about your location. Secondly, it can also help you dodge missiles. While not 100% foolproof, if ECM is activated when a missile flies near your aircraft, it has a very good chance of confusing the missiles, causing them to miss. Below radar. Below radar is a permanent upgrade that you acquire towards the end of the jet unlocks. It has two uses. Firstly, when below 100 feet, it kinda stops air-to-air missiles from locking onto you, but at the moment it seems buggy and unreliable. Secondly, when also below 100 feet or so, you will disappear from the enemy's air radar, as shown here. Heavy brake. Heavy brake is a tool used by many, shunned by others, and called hacks by a few. What it really is the brake from the F-35. When applied to the other four jets, you basically get a really slow flying jet minus the hover. To use it, you need to download a program to change your key bindings. I've left one in the description. I myself don't personally use it. I'm happy with my flying as it is for right now, but that's not to say that there isn't something to gain from using it. The heavy brake in my eyes has two main uses. The first being that you can slow down to ridiculously low speeds, enabling you to fire more rocket pods while strafing. Secondly, it enables you to get down to the optimal turning speed faster than what you can do if you're just using normal brake. Using this knowledge, you can make your own decisions about it. If you do decide to use it, however, let me know how it turned out with a comment. To summarize, I'd just like to thank anyone who has shared, liked, or subbed to my channel. You have been a huge inspiration to me. I hope you found this video helpful, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll get back to you. Cheers.